let's take a look at these stocks and see how they've performed in yeah, come on guys. Well guys, welcome to the Trading Success Show, guys. This is your show, this is your channel, and you are welcome. This is your boy Francis, and what I will be talking about today is reverse split stocks. Okay, most times you hear about stocks splitting 1 for 2, or forward split of 4 for 1, just like what we had last week with Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia did a forward split, and also Tesla, Apple, right? Anyways, this is not a buying recommendation, it's just for entertainment purposes only, and you might end up learning one or two. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're more than welcome to do so, and I will be talking about reverse split stocks, right? So reverse split, where are you? Let's get into details. Investopedia has the nitty-gritty of stock investing or stocks investing, because they have educational content. So if you want to take a look at a broader perspective in terms of stock market, financial analysis, and all that, this is where you need to go. Investopedia.com. What is reverse stock split? A reverse stock split is a type of corporate action that consolidates the number of existing shares of a stock into few proportion. Proportionally more valuation in terms of shares, reducing the number of outstanding shares in open market can be pursued for a number of reasons, and often signals a company in distress. Take for example, a little stock that is 50 cents. They decide to do a reverse split of 1 for 10. Then pretty much that 50 cents, at the end of the day, you multiply 10 by it, and it will get you where you need to be, right? But come to think about it, so many companies, they are having issues with the listing standards. So because they're having issues with listing standard, they will decide to carry out a reverse split, because they cannot meet that minimum of $1 threshold, right? So they will carry out what is known as a reverse stock split. But that of Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, all those are forward split, meaning the stock price is too high, and they want to get more investors into the company stocks, right? So take a look at Amazon as well, guys. Amazon is like almost $3,600, and guess what? They still don't want to do a forward split. I don't know why they don't want to do that, right? So that they can knock it down, and you have more investors coming into that. Without further ado, our reverse split stock divides the existing total quantity of shares by such as 5 or 10 or 20 and so on and so forth. A reverse split is also known as a stock consolidation, stock merge, or stock rollback, and it is the opposite exercise of a stock split, where a share is divided into multiple parts, right? Now, a takeaway is a reverse stock split does not directly impact a company's values, right? But at the same time, for me, it signals that the company is somehow in distress.
Are you a new student?
Yes.
We'd like to help you. An atmosphere of male barbarism predominates.
And they are prone to what I call being delisted. So if a company doesn't meet a standard set by NASDAQ, that company will be delisted. Okay, if it's below $1 in a consecutive period of time. Sometimes they give the company a grace period, like 180 days to regain listing, and some companies can file for extension, if they know that they can regain listing within that period of time. And if they don't regain listing, guess what? They're going to be delisted back to the OTC market. But with that being said, I will be showing you the website for that helps me to gain more knowledge in terms of reverse stock split if I cannot catch what is going on in the market at all time, because sometimes you're working and you forget about stocks that actually carried out a reverse split, and sometimes you don't want to be in a stock that keeps doing reverse split all over and over and over and over and over again. Those are not really a good a stock to invest in. You want to be investing in stock like Facebook, Apple, stuff like that, Google. Those are the kind of company you want to be investing, rather than investing in stocks or a company that does reverse split all over and over and over again. They will never do good. They will keep going down, and you keep reverse splitting. Take for example the UVXY. That is the inverse of the market, inverse of SPY. So inverse of SPY, also the same thing pretty much. The trend is just a downtrend, right? And the market is just an uptrend. For me, I rather put a lot of money in the stock market, even if the stock market is at the highs. That is where I want to put my money in, because the next 5 to 10 years, the market is still gonna get past that level that I bought, right? You take for example, so many people, they've been crying, the market is crashing, blah 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 blah. And guess what, guys? The market is still going and pushing strong. Even if there is a 20% correction, 50% correction, guess what? In the next 2-3 years or 5 years, the market will get back to that level. That is something you need to you really need to think about. You don't want to be buying UVXY because you think the market is going to crash. You want to be trading UVXY in a single day. You don't want to be swing trading UVXY, otherwise you get crushed and you get reverse split on all the time. I also predicted UVXY and VXX because I knew that a reverse split is coming, because the stock, the ETF has been going down so much, right? So with that being said, this is the website I normally use to track my reverse split. It's called StockSplitHistory.com. StockSplitHistory.com gives you list of stocks that have actually split, okay, that have done reverse split for the past number of years. But in this case, we have 2020 here right now, and these are the stocks that has actually split for this past year or so. Okay, so with that being said, you can take a look at the recent one, which is AHT and STAF. Okay, these are the recent reverse split, okay, which they call the latest stock split, right? Now with that being said as well, take a look at this area right here, which is a stock split calendar. This stock split calendar gives you a little a table on what is going on in terms of the slideshow of the recent stock split. Look at the recent one. We have STAF. That is a recent one. Let me draw this closer. Okay, that is STAF, AHT, and PTSI. PTSI is 2 for 1. AHT is 1 for 2. Staff is 6 for 1. And so on and so forth. Like NOVN is 1 for 10. CTRM is 1 for 10. Now, let's take a look at these stocks and see how they've performed in the market and on chart, right? Now, let's take a look at the CTRM. CTRM. This is CTRM. Okay, and they split. When did they split? They split 528, 527, and not that. 528, 527, which is going to be right around here. Okay, right around here. That's when they split. But still, the stock hasn't even show any sign of, are we gonna push or what are we gonna do, right? So pretty much the stock bounce and then pull back, and they decide to do what? A split. That is what they did, and the stock has been pushing lower and lower and lower. So this is the kind of stock I want to take a look at and say, okay, they've been pushing for so long, what am I gonna do? Even my momentum is showing that there's some possibility of a bounce on this name, just like what happened right here, and we just bounced, right? And I'm expecting the same thing. Look at what happened right here, and it started getting more volume coming in and start bouncing, right? So right now I'm looking at the same thing and thinking, okay, there will be some form of a bounce at some point, right? Because look at the last time we pushed towards 1952, with all being considered in terms of reverse split numbers and all that, right? And the other one we're looking at is STF start, right? Look at this one too. This one has been there for quite a while. Okay, look at the split. That's what's happening right now. So right now you want this stock to really hold this area. Even if we pull back, we'll pull back to $1.68, and that's gonna be like your stop loss, right? They just carried out the split. They did a split before. So you see, as companies like this, I try as much as I can to avoid stocks that have carried out reverse split. Okay, that is what I do. I try as much as I can to avoid them. If I'm trading them, I'm trading them the same day that they have momentum, so I can get 50 cents or a dollar. That is what I'm looking for in terms of a reverse split stock. Because take a look at the other one. I think we bounced recently, NOVN. Okay, NOVN, we actually really bounce on NOVN because it's been really crazy to be honest, right? Let's take a look at the daily. Look at that. Okay, so this was a bounce and then a split bounce. So they split and it bounced, right? And then pull back. So look at how we move right from this area. Jeez, bro, look at that. From right around here to all the way down to almost $21, and then back down to 8.4 right now, $8.04. Okay, so they have earnings report coming up on August 12th. So these are the kind of stock I'll be keeping my eye on, just in case something really happen and volume comes in. Right now my true momentum is kind of picking up right now, that we want to push higher on this one, looking at the daily. But overall, this website normally helps you to keep track of reverse split stock, keep track of stock reverse split that hasn't even materialized in terms of what is going to happen. Okay, so that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and if you do, go ahead and click on the like button, and I've been bringing you more content like this. Feel free to subscribe, feel free to share with your friends, and have you guys a fantastic day. Peace and love, guys. Bye bye.